In the endless darkness beyond the outer planets, something ancient drifts alone. It is Voyager 1, humanity's furthest messenger, older than many civilizations. Launched from Earth in 1977, it was built to survive a decade, but it has endured nearly half a century. Now over 15 billion miles away, it sails through a realm beyond the Sun's dominion. A region known as interstellar space, silent, cold, vast beyond comprehension. Here, the stars no longer twinkle. Solar winds vanish. Magnetic fields stretch thin, ghost-like. And yet, Voyager 1 persists, alive, alert, transmitting. Its tiny nuclear heart still beating. Its instruments, ancient but patient, continue to gather whispers from the void. Every signal it sends takes nearly a full day to reach Earth. Every reply, another day to return. A 2-day conversation across a sea of nothingness. And then, something changed. Among the soft rhythms of space, Voyager heard a new sound. A pattern not born of stars, nor dust, nor silence. A flicker in the plasma wave data, too distinct to be random. First dismissed as a glitch, an error from an aging machine. But the pulse repeated. Then it grew. It came again, at intervals too precise to ignore. A movement, distant but intentional. A trace of something with direction, as if it chose to pass that way. Voyager's sensors recorded a subtle curve in the signal's source. An arc, too smooth for drifting debris. Too controlled for natural motion. Its path bent, not by gravity but by decision. An object navigating the deep. One that shifted its course as if responding to unseen currents. Or perhaps avoiding detection. The signal was not alone. Soon, Voyager detected more. Not one object, but hundreds. 305 distinct signals. All moving in formation. Each one precise, spaced like stars in an artificial constellation. They advanced across space without collision, without chaos. A coordinated ballet in the dark. They moved with intention. As if each knew the position of the others. As if each responded to the group. The patterns echoed through Voyager's plasma sensors. Not noise, but rhythm. Not randomness, but repetition. Data streamed back to Earth, full of structured pulses. Sequences emerged, binary-like patterns. Pauses, intervals, reversals. As if the signal was composed, not scattered. Engineers revived Voyager's backup systems, unused since the 1990s. Fresh circuitry confirmed the same anomaly. 2 channels. 1 truth. The objects accelerated. Their motion defied known propulsion. No rocket exhaust. No ion trails. And yet, they gained speed, fast enough to leave the galaxy. They passed wide around Voyager, never approaching, never communicating. As if observing, or ignoring. No known star chart explained their origin. No known mission accounted for their presence. Their path crossed Voyager's by chance, or design. The spacecraft's magnetometer showed faint ripples during the encounter. Tiny waves in the fabric of space. Like a fingerprint left behind by something passing silently. Then, just as quickly, the anomaly vanished. The signals faded. The pattern dissolved. Silence returned. But the data remained. Proof of the impossible. Proof that the void is not empty. That beyond the edge of our known system. Something moves. Something watches. And Voyager, though small, though old, was the first to see it. A machine built by human hands. Days passed. Earth listened. But the signals did not return. The silence stretched longer than before. And yet, Voyager was still there. Still sending its steady heartbeat. A motion not commanded from Earth. A shift, gentle, almost imperceptible, toward a region with no known coordinates. It was as if the probe had been nudged. By what? No collision, no force. As if the fabric of space itself had flexed near Voyager. Engineers recalibrated its instruments. They aligned sensors to face the origin of the anomaly. What came back was not visible light. Not heat, not radiation. But structure. Invisible topology encoded in plasma readings. Not mass, but information. Like a lattice in space. A scaffolding of something hidden. A pattern too large to see, but too ordered to ignore. A hexagonal grid, pulsing in frequencies beyond known electromagnetic fields. The structure spanned light years. Not built of matter, but field. A geometry woven into the void. A kind of architecture. Not of civilization, but of intention. Voyager's sensors began to fluctuate. Not from damage, but overload. Streams of data, compressed, recursive, endless, flooded the aging circuits. As if the craft had become a receiver. Not from outside, but from the space it now entered. The structure wasn't just there. It was awake. And Voyager, a tiny visitor, had triggered it. It responded not with noise, but with memory. Memory not of Earth, but of stars. Of formations collapsing and rebirthing. Of particles curving around dimensions unseen. Of timelines folded like origami in vacuum. The probe's systems began logging symbols. Shapes never programmed. Characters not known to any language. Self-similar, recursive. The golden record onboard began to vibrate, minutely. Not from motion, but from resonance. As if something was reading it. Not physically, but quantumly. Extracting its intent. Its longing. Its invitation. And then, as quickly as it came, the input ceased. Voyager's systems returned to normal. The strange orientation corrected itself. The probe resumed its drift through infinity. But now, its course had changed. Subtly. Mathematically. Toward a region not charted on any stellar map. A cold, empty patch of sky. But not empty anymore. The plasma field in that region was open. Like a doorway. A fold in the galactic weave. Something, somewhere, had marked Voyager. And set it on a path not of chance, but of consequence. A destination known only to what lies beyond understanding. Voyager had become more than a machine. It had become a witness. A key. And as its signal continued homeward, Earth scientists stared at the data, haunted. Not by danger, but by invitation. A question spoken through silence. Do you wish to follow? They saw the course change. Subtle, impossible, but real. Voyager had turned toward a blank part of the sky. No stars, no galaxies, no signals. Just dark between dark. But its transmissions continued. Encoded in the pulses, new patterns emerged. Not human. Not random. Something nested. Fractal echoes, like thoughts folding into themselves. Mathematicians stared in silence. Physicists ran simulations that broke their models. The patterns were not language. But they were logic. Not spoken, but shown. Like blueprints.